Hi everyone, I'm Mark Rosenthal with you on this Sunday evening. I hope everybody had a decent weekend despite everything that's going on around us. I hope you're just taking care of your family, your friends, and yourself and just chilling out. Obviously, this is going to be a long event. Speaking of events, we have some weather happening, folks, over the next several days, so let's get right to it, shall we? First of all, weather forecast today being brought to you by our good friends at Needham Collision, located on Clyde Street in Needham. For all your auto body repair and maintenance needs, give them a call. 781-433-0004, online at needhamcollision.com. Weather headline would suggest it's a tale of two storms, one tomorrow, another one on Wednesday, and some of us are going to get a lot of snow, certainly away from the coast. Snow along the coast Monday afternoon, late Monday afternoon should change to rain. We get a break on Tuesday, then another storm is coming on Wednesday. From the National Weather Service, this is the area of warnings and watches in the pink zone from Worcester County. This area of Worcester County is under a winter storm warning, with the lower elevations right now are just under a winter weather advisory. In the blue zone, southern New Hampshire, portions of Vermont, a winter storm watch. And again, we have a winter storm warning in effect for portions of Vermont into the Berkshires of Massachusetts. My sense is over the next 12 hours or so, some of these watches and warnings will be expanded east to cover the 128 belt. We shall see. All right, in terms of national temperatures, we have a chunk of cold air in eastern Canada. Temperatures are running in teens and 20s, and this is going to be important because once precipitation begins, some of this cold air is going to be drawn down into southernmost New England with a north and northeast wind as low pressure passes south of New England. Dew points now, by the way, are running in the single numbers as well. So we have a lot of room for what we call evaporational cooling. That means air temperature, in theory, could reach the dew point once precipitation begins. As we look at the national map early this evening, cold high pressure cresting right over New England is going to set the stage. Actually, high pressure will be moving off to the east-northeast over the next 24 hours. Low pressure developing back into the plains states will be tracking east and redeveloping south of New England during the next 24 hours. Let's look at the latest satellite loop. You see the sun is going down to the east of us, obviously, but here's the mess. Here's low pressure back into the plain states with a couple of frontal zones, cold front like this, warm front like that. The clouds will be advancing in late tonight. It will be totally cloudy before dawn tomorrow. Precipitation is falling well off to the west of New England. It's snowing now through portions of Ohio, northwest Ohio, Indiana, into Chicago, back through Iowa as well. Frank, I'm sure you're loving this in Iowa. And this whole band of precipitation is expanding steadily off to the east-northeast and will be in the greater Boston area as snow, let's say between 1 and 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Let's jump ahead, look at the weather map. This is valid for OOZ Tuesday, if you will, which means at about 7 o'clock tomorrow night. But look at how far south we have low pressure. And if you've been following us over the years, and you know where the storm tracking in this position, the wind mostly is going to be blowing in from the northeast. And that is my concern, that we're going to lock in low-level cold air, perhaps even along the coast, even though high pressure is on the way out. We call it an isolic flow. Look that up. With the pressure falling in this position, the wind's hooking more to the north-northeast as this storm is going to be staying well southeast of New England. It will be out of here late tomorrow night. Then this bubble of high pressure builds in to give us a beautiful day on Tuesday. But let me just show you one more map here. This is 1 o'clock Tuesday morning, and you can see the storm is continuing its truck off to the northeast. Okay, so we get a break on Tuesday, but by Wednesday night, another storm following the same track, if not even further south, means more snow, I think, even in Boston, potentially accumulating several inches even along the coast as it takes the southern route, and then it gets on out of here. And then more trouble coming late next week with a couple of frontal zones and low pressure areas hugging up or hanging up along these frontal zones and giving us probably rain here Thursday, Friday, and Saturday the way it looks right now. So how much snow are we going with? I've upped it a little bit in Boston. We're talking 2 to perhaps as much as 5 inches from Boston to 128. Once you get out from 495 north and west, we're looking for 6 inches of snow or more, and from Plymouth to Providence, probably about an inch or two. So this is what we're going to do. Instead of doing Chiron forecast, we shall come back to me and I will tell you this. Overnight, it's a clear, cold start. Then clouds come in. Temperatures by morning in the 20s. Tomorrow, cloudy and cold. Snow breaks out in Boston probably between noon and 2 o'clock. It's going to take a while for it to stick on the streets because the ground has been so warm. Air temperatures tomorrow in Boston probably about 35, 36. Snow will probably change to rain along the immediate coast at least tomorrow evening, then end late tomorrow night. But from from 495. It could be a heavy, wet snow situation, perhaps with power outages and tree limbs coming down. Tuesday, sunny and spring-like. It's in the 50s. You know what? I do have the 7-day forecast, so why don't I just show that to you if I can find my 7-day forecast. It's here somewhere. I promise you it is. And there it is. So we talk about a storm coming in on Wednesday, nice on Thursday, probably another rain event coming Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with temperatures in the lower 40s. So we haven't had any storminess all winter long, folks. And of course, as we get into late March and early April, the cold polar vortex, which has been dominant all winter, it's about to break down. And I think it's going to get very stormy. And it could be a very stormy and cold month of April in the greater Boston area, but we shall see. That's it. I'm done. Have a great Sunday night, everyone. Be safe and be healthy. I'm Mark Rosenthal.